Hey guys, in this video we will learn about Go functions. So every programming language functions is very important concept. Means in functions, whenever we want to reuse something, then we will, when we have multiple statement, we want to execute this statement multiple times, then we will wrap all the statement into functions, and we will execute the functions. Means we will call the functions in number of time or number of places also. The same way over here also in Go language we can create a functions. So functions, it's simple, straightforward. We can give some any name. Suppose I want to say print message. This is I want to simply say print message, and this is the functions. This function is right now is not returning anything, but it has, this is a statement. The function could be have the more statement also. Suppose I'm just simply say print message. Okay, so these both two statements, when we execute, we'll see both of these two statements will be executed over here. So we'll say clear and we'll run it. We'll simply say demo.go, go run demo.go, and we hit. We'll see this is starting and this is starting, and print message is coming from this is the place. So these are the messages coming from like away. Okay, same way in functions we can pass some value also. Suppose over here I want to pass a message over here in the string format, and whatever the message will become, then I want it to be print out it. Okay, so like so over here I can just write it down. This is first, this is functions, this is printing function. I can say this is printing functions. So any message we can write down, so like we can pass the parameter. If function can return a value also, for example I'm just want to make a function with a sum, and it will hold two value a and b of integer, plus it is returning it also something. So whenever we need to give the return type, we need to give this one. There is no void, we don't need to give the void over here. So if we don't want to return, we can just leave it blank, but if we wanted to return, we can write down over here. So this function will return the two value. How to call it? Just simply say sum of function, it will return, we want to print it. So when we execute this function, we will get the value 3 over here. Okay, suppose if I want to if I have a function and the function will return the multiple statement or multiple values. For example, I want to just get the rectangle and props. The rectangle, I want to calculate the area and the parameter of rectangle. So I have length and width actually, and this is the float 64, and this will be the return type, and we will write down over here. So how to get a area, calculate the area of the rectangle, then we will need to write down L multiplied by the B, that is we will get the area, right? And if I need to get a parameter, then I need to be just write down multiply by 2 and the sum of the length and breadth, right? But here the question is I want to return both these two things. So in Go language we have different way to return it, both the thing. We need to define both the return type over here. Suppose this is the way. Now how to call it, to consume these functions, we need to write down these, we need to make these two parameter over here. Suppose this is the length and this is the breadth over here. I want to get this area and the parameter over here in this one. Okay, and later on we can write down fmt dot area, fmt dot parameter. Both the value we can write down over here. So this is the way we can actually get the value. Suppose the same functions, I'm just calling it and I'm just passing the value 5 over here, and this is the value 6. Okay, here the variable name could be possible anything. If I don't want to receive the value, I can say blank identifier. This is blank identifier. I don't want to be use it, but I need to give give the value. If I want to give it, this will say this is mismatched because it need to return the two values. So I need to give, I don't want to use, but still I need to give, that is actually the blank identifier. And now if we'll execute, the result will be for this, we will get this one, and for below we will get this one. Okay, another example. Suppose I want to calculate a rectangle area only, and this time the function name is this one, and or I can say rectangle name props. This is the name props because we wanted to we just pass the names as a parameter names. Okay, we don't want it to be return type. So what we will do over here, I know both the thing is the float only, so I can just pass it over here float and comma, and this is a parameter. So this is the way. So when I will do this one, I don't need to pass the var keyword, I don't need to pass the var keyword, even I don't need to require this thing also. So this return statement will understand, it will return, this is the return type and this is the name return type. Okay, this concept we called named return type, name return values we can say. Calling of the function will remain same. So suppose I'm just wanted to call it over here and this will say name. And definitely I need to receive in different variables because this is variables already we are using somewhere else. So I'm just passing this is the variable. So over here we are using name return value. So this is the just slightly difference we have. Next thing is, in Go language we have one special function also. The special function is the function that we don't need to call it, and that automatically will call. Definitely that is not constructor, but that behave like as a initialization, means at the time of constructing something we can use it. Okay, the functions over here, the name is func and that is init. So initialization of the function, suppose I just wanted to say fmt dot print ln and just simply say initialization. This is a special function and it will call always before the main functions. Remember, before the main function it will call it. So let's see, this is the first statement of the starting. We'll clear it. When we'll hit it, you can see initialization is calling. And are we calling? No, we are not calling anywhere. This is calling by default. Okay, so it will call by default and we will get the value. So why we need to require, we want to, if we want to be something initialization before calling the main function, then we can declare it. Okay, the sequence before this one. But if we have some global variable that we can declare on the top, if we have something initialization we can declare over here, and after that main function definitely we have it. Okay, the sequence will be over here, the first main package always, then import package, it will execute in this way. Then if we have some global variables, so global variable we know about it, we can declare some global variables. Suppose I'm declaring a variables over here name and that is demo, anything. So this is my global variable. After that initializations and then main function. So this is the sequence. In this sequence it will call it. One more thing, in a program we can have multiple initialization function also. So if I execute, it will execute both of them in the same order as we declare it. Yes, that is also possible. We can declare the initialization functions in a number of files, number of packages also. How the package will be imported, in the same order it will execute. Okay, so this is, we can say, special functions calling by the Go language compiler itself. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.